Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well and keeping safe. For 2020 mental health, I wanted to share a few things with you guys, as you can tell by the title of the video. Have you been recently diagnosed with premature ovarian failure or insufficiency, or diagnosed a while ago, or you're currently at the process of being diagnosed with this condition? I have a few things that I want to share with you guys, and let's just get into the video then. Shocked, devastated, confused. These are some of the words I can use to express how I felt the very moment I was diagnosed with POF a long time ago. I remember asking, why me? What did I do wrong to deserve this? And life is unfair. During that period, during the early stage, I went through an emotional roller coaster, and I had so many questions like, what did I do wrong? Why me? Why is this happening to me? And I want to let you guys know that it is okay to cry, because I remember I cried for days, and there's still moments now that I still have tears that I think about it. And it's okay. You need to allow yourself, take the time necessary to grieve, to cry, to and also surround yourself or stay with people you can trust to be able to support you emotionally. And even while you're going through the process of the diagnosis or finding out the details and all the stages, if you can have someone with you to go with you to the appointments and everything, it's very advisable. I wish I had that, for that, just a little bit of that support. I didn't. When I was told I was alone, all through the process, the appointments and everything, it was just me. So I definitely know the emotional trauma that I went through for a while. I remember when I was told, I came to my house, I was in my room, I was crying for days. It was crazy. And it's okay, because you've gotten this new information that you have to digest. First of all, I was confused because I was like, what? What do you mean? Why is this happening? Why is this happening to me after everything I've been through so much in life? And trust, I had been through so much in life. And I was devastated because the first thing that was said to me is that you might you might not be able to have kids. You won't be able to have kids. And I was that was the only thing going through my head. I won't be able to have kids. I was devastated, and I was confused to why it was happening. What has caused this? Why was this happening to me? Is there a specific reason? So many questions. And this little video here of the crying lady, this is exactly how I felt crying. I was crying for days. I locked myself in my room. And allow yourself, take the time that it's necessary for you to grieve, to digest this new information. Do not allow anyone to rush your grief, because I remember a few people making comments at me then, when I was newly diagnosed, and they were like, oh, you can't have any kids, it's okay, there's other ways. And that means that you get to keep your body shape forever. In my mind at that very moment, I'm thinking, are this the kind of things and words you say to someone who has been given this terrible information? No, it's not. So that's why it's so important during the early stages to surround yourself with people that will not judge you or makes comments that will make you feel even more horrible. Surround yourself with people, even though the people surround yourself with people that, even though they don't have much to say, someone that is willing to listen to you, and have a shoulder for you to cry on when you need them. So surround yourself with those people. It's so important, very, very important. And yeah, so the next slide. When I was newly diagnosed years ago, I wish I knew the sort of questions to ask. I didn't know what kind of questions to ask at that time, especially going through a lot. And I just didn't know, because this was new to me. So these are some of the questions that you can ask your doctor. What is the most likely cause of my irregular period? What tests do I need? Can you explain what caused POI and why it has happened to me? So, like, there's a lot of cause to irregular periods. What tests do I need? So, I feel like this should be details and information that is provided to the individual to keep them in the loop on what's going on. Like, this was never done with me. I had no idea what was the cause of my irregular period and why a lot of the tests were being taken. I had no idea. So I feel it's very important to keep that person informed while you're saying, okay, why are we doing this test? Why are we doing the ultrasound? Why are we taking your blood test to check FSH? Where's FSH? Where's LSH? This should be informed. This should be provided as you go along. And what can you explain what causes POI and why it happens? There's a lot of reasons to POI, and whatever reasons they provided to you, at least the basic information. I'm not saying give the full textbook to the patient, at least keep them informed along the way. What other possible causes are there? There's a lot of cause to PO, like I said already. What treatments are available? What side effects can I expect? So, what kind of treatments are available? If you're going to be going on HRT, what type of HRT? The tablet, Femestone, or the patch? And why are you going on that? Why is that the right treatment for you? And what side effects can I expect? Like tender breasts, bloating, just to keep you informed so you're not surprised because I was surprised. How will this treatment affect my mental health and sexuality? What do you feel is the best course of action for me? I have other health conditions. How do I best manage them together? Because some people have health conditions before they are diagnosed with POI. And the likes of me, I was diagnosed with POI before I was diagnosed with overactive thyroid. Do you have printed material I can have? What website do you recommend? Are there any health risk associated with POI? Now you see that too. Do you have any printed material? And no printed material was given to me. Like nothing, not even website or any recommendation to go look and read to educate myself and keep myself informed. I was just left alone. Like I had nothing at all. And I think that is so bad. Now I don't know if that have changed or if it's still the same, but I think that needs to change. A lot needs to be done to change that. Even at least even though the doctors are not able to inform you on everything that goes along, to have that brochure, at least a brochure. There's no brochure when you go to the hospital on POI or early menopause. There's no such thing. There's no brochure out there. At least a brochure that can be handed to the patient or website that you can recommend to go read more about this. It's so important. That needs to change. And also, are there any health risk associated with POI? I did not know of any other health risk associated with POI. All I was aware of was infertility, and that was it. I did not know, nothing was said to me until I started doing my own research. That's when I realized that there are other health risks associated with POI. I feel like that needs to be said, not just infertility, because POI is more than just infertility as well. Of course, infertility is the big part, but it has other major health risks as well too on your bones. To make them aware of it. I know when you go on HRT, that's what it's supposed to treat, but I feel like you should be made aware that maybe some people that don't want to go on HRT because of what they've read or they are scared, maybe they being aware of the risk associated with POI will be able to then help them make better decisions on what treatment then. For me personally, like I said, I'm speaking from experience, nothing, I was not aware of that. And I think those two there needs to be more advocated for and needs to be more we need to be more aware of it. Like I stated before, the diagnosis of POI is more than just infertility. It affects our physical and emotional well being. Of course, like infertility is a huge part of it. Like the possibility of not being able to carry your own child, that is that's huge. However, our mental health is very important as well. And I feel like they should be equally apportioned and cared for. Because a lot of the times I see, based on pages that I follow and whatnot, it's all about the infertility. And the mental health part of it is not talked about enough. So let's move on to the next slide. Counseling. So that is for your mental health, and it's recommended for people who have been diagnosed with POI, POF, early menopause. I remember when I was first diagnosed, I never wanted to go counseling because I felt like I didn't want to tell my business to nobody. I didn't want to be in any kind of group counseling, nothing or whatsoever. Of course, I don't think that way now because when I went back to college, I took some like 3 to 4 counseling and it was amazing because I was an emotional wreck. So yeah, and then having family slash friends, someone you can, call on that has a shoulder for you, you need to talk to when you're having a bad day or when you just need someone to just listen to you. And then there's also support groups as well too. And especially what's going on right now, counseling and support group you can do face to face, but that's the thing with online. There's a lot of things you can do online now, and there's digital and a community. So for me, I'm part of a large community on the online space, Facebook, Instagram, and some people I follow on YouTube that I like to watch their videos as well too in regards to POI and just learning. And I like to have a mixture of accounts that I follow that talks about mental health, that talks about that I can learn from in terms of POI and all those stuff, and also that has positivity. I like to have a mixture of both for myself because that's what I want. Because I don't want to be too overwhelmed. I want to be able to have an account when I know I want to learn something. Go in there when I want to look into anything that has to do with my mental health. Go in there and positivity, and that's just the way my Instagram account is as well. Yeah, I think it's very important to have a mix and a balance of that, and just walk at your own pace. Go at your own pace. Don't try and compare yourself to anybody else because everyone is different. And also to look after your mental health as well. Fitness is very important. Your physical, mental health is important. Uh, genre as well, complimenting yourself, loving yourself, caring for yourself, music, singing out loud, your favorite playlist, listening to music in the morning, in the evening before you go to bed, dancing. That's one of my dancing music, dancing, you know, just no, like not even going out dancing, like in your room, in your house, anything that you need to do for yourself. uh, Board, when I say board, I'll put a video here whereby I have a vision board, and on this vision board, I have things on it that means what things, and on this vision board, I have things on the vision board that means a lot to me about my health, my mental health, and just everything about my health in general. Voice notes, and when I say voice notes, like sometimes something might just pop into my head, or I'm going through a lot in my head is just analyzing too much, and sometimes I find myself waking up 3 o'clock in the night. There's so much, so I don't have time to start taking my journal and start writing. I'm not going to do that late, so I just take my voice notes and I just record everything that's going through my head. That's much quicker for me. Books, I'm not much of a reader, but I'm trying to get more into reading. I'm reading more of books that has to do with health and wellness, and in terms of like learning more as well. Care for yourself. Find ways to care for yourself. Set boundaries. That is so important. Setting boundaries. Your faith, your spiritual faith, prayers, whatever you need to do for yourself. And to laugh at yourself is to love yourself. That is me. To love myself is to love yourself. So, these are just some ways you can care for your mental health. So you just have to figure out what works for you, what makes you happy, what you like to do. And yeah, it's very, very important on a daily basis to do that. Some days you're going to find yourself kind of like, I have those days. And when it happens, what I've learned to do is I just put music at the background. It doesn't have to be so loud, on a low volume, and just allow the music to play, be in my feelings. And eventually, that beat of that music, I'm not going to be able to resist it. I'm going to have to move to it. And that concludes the end of this video. I was trying to make this video to be 10 minutes, but it seems like it's going to be longer than that. But I want you to remember, you are not broken. You are only bent. In life, we want to be bent. No one leaves the straight and narrow path. So that's one of my quotes from a book that I read a while ago, and I just have a few quotes aligned that I like to share. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was of use to you guys for this mental health month. And if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video to someone that you know it'd be useful to. And I hope you guys like the way I record this video, because I wanted to do it this way, because if I would have done recording myself, I would have forgotten so much of the words I was going to say. So I feel like some videos I'm going to be doing this way, because that way I can write it down and just read it from there, because I do tend to forget. And then I'm doing a lot of editing. So I hope this way you guys enjoy the video, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Take care of yourself. Bye.